Imagine a dusty airport in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso's busy capital, where a woman steps off a plane, her smile bright, her French accent perfect, her badge shining with the logo of a big Paris charity. She looks like a hero, loved by everyone. Kids, soldiers, even village chiefs. But then, in a moment that stops hearts, President Ibrahim Traoré, the young, fearless leader of Burkina Faso, walks up and slaps handcuffs on her himself. Cameras flashing, the crowd gasping. What's wilder? She leans in, whispers something in his ear, and Traoré, a man who's faced rebels and coups without blinking, freezes, his face like stone. What did she say? What secret could shake a man like him? Get ready, because this story of lies, bravery, and hidden truths will grab you and not let go. It's a tale of one woman, Élise Dubois, and a leader fighting to save his country from a web of foreign spies and greedy powers. Stay with me. This is going to be a wild ride through Burkina Faso's dusty streets, secret meetings, and a truth that could change Africa forever. Her name was Élise Dubois, a 32-year-old woman who landed in Ouagadougou in early 2024, her suitcase small, her smile big, her eyes sharp. She worked for L'Espoir Africain, a fancy French charity that helped war-torn places. From the moment she arrived, she fit in like she was born there. She spoke Mossi, the local language, so well that old men in villages stopped talking, amazed. She handed out blankets to kids in refugee camps, sang songs to orphans, and shared tea with soldiers' wives, laughing like she'd known them forever. Kids called her Tante Elise, Annie Elise, and followed her everywhere, tugging at her colorful scarf. She visited dangerous places near the Mali border, places where even soldiers hesitated, delivering food and medicine. She sat with army officers, listening to their stories of lost friends, her eyes wet with tears. Everyone trusted her. She got into military bases, secret meetings, even the homes of Traoré's closest allies. But something was off. Her file said she was born in Marseille, France, but no one could find her birth record. Her college degree? No proof. Her past? A big, empty question mark. In a country fighting rebels and foreign tricks, that was trouble waiting to happen. Who was Elise, and what was she really doing? Burkina Faso wasn't just any place. It was a land under fire. Rebels and jihadists attacked villages, killing families and burning homes. Foreign companies wanted its gold and lithium, and big countries like France and the US sent aid that always came with a catch. At the center of it all was Ibrahim Traoré, only 36, a soldier who became president in 2022 after a bold coup. He wasn't rich or fancy. He was a man who'd fought in battles, lost friends, and seen his country suffer. Traoré wanted one thing: freedom for Burkina Faso. No more foreign armies telling them what to do. No more deals that stole their resources. He spoke simply, but his words hit hard, and people loved him. On X, young Africans called him the Lion of the Sahel, sharing his speeches like wildfire. But in Paris and Washington, leaders whispered his name with worry. He was changing the game, saying no to their control. And Elise? She walked right into this fight, her charm like a key to every locked door. Was she a friend or a snake in the grass? Elise was too good, too smooth. She'd sit in mud huts with old women, sipping local beer and asking about their lives, then slip in questions about soldiers, checkpoints, or where the army was headed. She brought medical kits to clinics, but some had tiny trackers inside, sending signals to faraway places. She'd laugh with army wives, but her questions were sharp. How many guards at the base? When do they change shifts? Nobody noticed at first, but trouble followed her like a shadow. A rebel camp near Djibo got bombed 3 days after she brought food there. A truck carrying supplies was attacked hours after she visited Toma. A secret hideout in Gorum was raided the night she dropped off blankets. Her white charity trucks were never hit, never stopped. Was it luck? No way. In war, luck doesn't work like that. It was a plan, and Elise was at its heart. Captain Moussa Sidi, Traoré's best friend and head of Burkina Faso's spy team, didn't like it. Sidi was quiet, tough, with scars from battles and eyes that missed nothing. He didn't trust Elise's smiles. Late at night, in a small office lit by a single bulb, he checked her phone records. Her calls went to strange places: Brussels, London, even Tel Aviv, not her charity's office in Paris. Her laptop sent secret files to unknown servers. Her mapping drones had cameras that could see a soldier's badge from miles away. Sidi's heart raced as he found the truth. Every place Elise visited ended up attacked or exposed. Rebels who hid for years were suddenly found. Safe houses burned. Informants disappeared. But Elise? She walked away clean every time. Sidi ran to Traoré, a thin folder in his hand. "She's not who she says," he said, his voice low. Traoré, sitting at his desk, didn't look up. He just nodded. "Follow her," he said. Every step. Traoré wasn't a man to jump too fast. He knew Burkina Faso was a game board for big countries and companies. France wanted its gold. America wanted its drone bases. Russia offered deals in the shadows. Elise could be a small player or a big one, and he needed to know. So he let her keep moving, but now Sidi's team was on her like glue. They bugged her hotel room, listened to her calls, followed her trucks. They hacked her laptop and found maps of army bases, rebel camps, even Traoré's own travel routes, all marked like targets. Her drones weren't helping farmers. They were sending pictures to someone far away. Sidi's voice shook when he told Traoré, "She's not just spying, she's setting us up." Traoré's eyes turned hard. "Then we use her," he said, his voice like a blade. They set a trap in Dory, a hot, dusty town near the Niger border. Traoré's team spread fake news about a special convoy, supplies, but guarded like it carried gold. They told Elise Charity to help with it. She showed up, all smiles, asking about the route, the guards, the timing. Sidi watched from a hill, his radio buzzing. Hours after she left, the convoy was hit. Big explosions, 3 soldiers dead. But Sidi was ready. His team traced the attackers' radios to a tower 10 kilometers away, where Elise's phone had sent a signal right before the attack. The proof was clear. Traoré gave the order, "Get her. Now." At Bobo Dilasso's airport, the air was thick with noise, vendors yelling, bags bumping, travelers rushing. Elise moved through it all, calm and cool, her scarf bright, her ticket to Paris ready. She was almost at the gate when 2 men in plain clothes blocked her. A third grabbed her arm. She didn't scream or fight, just looked at Sidi as he walked up. "This is a mistake," she said, her voice smooth. Then Traoré appeared. No guards, just him, his face hard, his eyes locked on her. The crowd went quiet. Cameras clicked. Elise leaned close, her lips near his ear. "You're not the only one they lied to," she whispered. Traoré didn't move, but his eyes shook for a split second. "Take her," he said, and the men moved fast. Elise's smile stayed, like she knew this was coming. In a cold, concrete cell under the president's compound, Elise sat with no handcuffs, her back straight, her eyes clear. The room had no windows, just a table and a dim light. Sidi watched from behind a mirror, his stomach tight. She wasn't scared, she was ready. Traoré walked in alone, a folder in his hand. He dropped it on the table, and pictures spilled out, burned trucks, drone plans, her phone logs. "You've been busy," he said. Elise looked at him, not the photos. "You think I'm the bad guy," she said, "but the real enemy is bigger." She slid a small envelope across the table. Sidi's hand went to his gun, but Traoré stopped him. Inside were photos, a French official meeting a rebel leader in a fancy Dakar hotel, an EU worker paying a jihadist, and a list of Burkina Faso's gold mines marked for a French company to grab. "You weren't the target," Elise said. "You were the problem they couldn't solve." Traoré's face didn't move. "Why me?" he asked. "Because you're the one they can't buy," she said. Elise's story came out like a flood. She was a spy, yes, but not just for France. She worked for a secret group inside French intelligence, sent to watch Burkina Faso's rebels. But what she saw changed her. Kids forced to spy, villages burned for money, African leaders tricked by big companies. "I was supposed to send reports to Paris," she said, "but I stayed to break their game." Traoré listened, his mind spinning. Was she telling the truth? Or was this a trick? Sidi whispered through his earpiece, "She's too calm. She's playing you." But Elise gave them a clue, a warehouse near Dubois. Traoré took a chance. He sent Sidi's team at dawn. Under the sand, hidden by old barrels, was a secret bunker, computers buzzing, screens showing drone pictures, and kids, some only 12, running it all, speaking French like they were from Paris. 2 men were tied up in a corner, a French soldier for hire and an EU worker with a fake charity badge. Elise stood there, her face pale. "This is what they built," she said. "A system to rob Africa." Traoré's voice was cold. "And you helped them." She snapped back. I gave you the key. Use it. Traoré called his closest men. Sidi, Colonel Amina Diallo, a tough woman from the army, and Ghost, a spy with no name. They looked at Elise proof, emails, money transfers, deals linking French companies to rebel attacks. It was all there, a plan to keep Burkina Faso weak so foreign powers could take its gold. Diallo wanted to shout it to the world. Show everyone their lies. Sidi said wait. They'll lie more, call her a traitor, and hit us harder. Ghost had another idea. Use her info. Trick them. Let them think we don't know. Traoré nodded. We don't just fight, he said. We win. On a quiet morning, Burkina Faso's TV turned on. Traoré sat at a plain table, no fancy flags, just a folder. His voice was calm but strong. He showed the proof. Pictures of kid spies, drone plans, bank papers proving France paid rebels to cause trouble. He didn't name Elise but called her a witness who picked truth. She appeared, her face hidden, saying, I spied, but I stayed to show the world what they did to kids in villages. The world went crazy. People in Paris protested. African leaders demanded answers. On X, #TraorTruth spread like fire. France said it was all lies, but the papers were real. The next day, Elise was gone. Her cell was empty, the lock fine. A note sat on her bed. Truth is a spark. Let it burn. Traoré didn't talk about her. When reporters asked, he said, she gave us what we needed. That's it. France pulled its people out. Charities left. But in Burkina Faso, something new started. People painted no more pawns on walls. Kids sang Traoré's name. Mali and Niger started working with Burkina Faso, sharing secrets, making new plans. The game had changed, and Africa was playing to win.